sports and New Mexico youth athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong and we're still as local as red and green.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of
and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, they say it's the best 2 words in sports, but I think you'd rather not have them if you're a Nuggets fan, right? I mean, you can keep your damn 2 words. But Game 7's coming as the Clippers win last night in Los Angeles at the Intuit Dome. Beat the Nuggets, force Game 7. What do you do on Saturday? You got the Nuggets and Clippers basically on one channel at the same time as the Avalanche and Stars on the other channel, and you got the split screen going, don't you? You got the.
I'll be questioning why I invest so much in sport when I'm an anxious mess Saturday night.
Sports. It's the opening drive. We talk sports on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Thank you for being with us on a Friday morning, 2 de Mayo, going into the Cinco weekend preceding Cinco de Mayo on Monday. Be careful, boys and girls. Celebrate, have fun, and Cinco turns into Drinko weekend. Jeff Symbieta, he is JJ Buck. How you living?
Living good.
All right. Late night last night, 111-105. The Clippers beat the Nuggets at the Intuit Dome. James Harden, 28 and 8 assists. Kawhi Leonard, 27 points. Winner go home. They won, so they go to Denver. Look, man, we came into this, and I think you and I both agreed with a healthy Kawhi Leonard, and you get production out of James Harden, the Clippers are a dangerous team. Clippers were playing as well as anybody in the West over the last 20 games of the season, headed down the stretch, right? I think, what were they, like 17-3 or something down the stretch?
Best team in basketball.
Right? And so going into this, you got a 4-5 series. You got a team that was somewhat shaky in the Nuggets with the coaching change, with the uncertainty, with the instability in play of Jamal Murray. And, you got Jokic, but then what he got, and you got a team that was playing really well with two guys who were stars, and Zubac is playing pretty well. This probably should be going 7.
Yeah, the way we discussed this series, how good the Clippers were to end the season. The fact that is Nikola Jokic on the other side, the experience of the Nuggets. This should have been a 7-game series, and it's what we were getting.
Yeah. But anything surprised you last night?
It's nothing surprised me. This series has been dictated by who else can go off. And for the Clippers last night, Norman Powell was fantastic. In the second half, he finished with 24 points, and Nuggets tried to go on a late run, but the hole was a little bit too much to come out from. And what you see with Jamal Murray, he had 21 points, but just 9 of 19 wasn't hitting the big shots like he was. And that's the frustrating thing with Jamal Murray. He will win you playoff games. He'll score you 40 to 50 points, but kind of lacks that consistency on a nightly basis that you see from some of the top players in the game. And going back to Denver, the Nuggets are 1.5-point dogs at this moment in time. Really? And I'm expecting more of the same. You're going to get unbelievable performances from Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and you need to match that if you're Jokic and Murray. And then you say, all right, who's ready for a Game 7 appearance when it comes to the role players?
What do you make of Kawhi right now? I get it. He's making just a truckload of money. He is unavailable often. But, man, when he's available, he's still really damn good.
Yeah, I think when you watch Kawhi Leonard, his impact on defense is still fantastic because he takes away areas of the floor. You try to stay away from him as much as possible. Take advantage of, if he gets matched up on someone, just run that person in the corner because he is an excellent weak side help defender, length all over the place, and probably one of the most impressive offensive evolutions of a star player in basketball history is Kawhi Leonard, because he is just a bucket. Like, he is consistent. He is good. No, he's only 2 of 8 from 3, but he's been good from the 3-point line in this series. And when he gets in that mid-range, you can't stop him with his release and his length.
Well, he gets up so quickly. He's so big. The shot is released from the very top of the shot, right? Some guys push it forward. He comes at the very top, and the biggest hands. I mean, he's that good. He was 11 to 22 from the field last night with 10 rebounds. To your point on the evolution, when he was in college, he was, I don't want to say an offensive liability, but he was not. That was one of those San Diego State offensively challenged teams, right? When he was there, like, he was not a bucket getter in college. He got buckets, but he wasn't this guy. And the evolution when he got to the pros and what he did under Greg Popovich when he was in San Antonio, and now he's a 2-time champion with 2 different teams, making boatloads of money. I'll ask this question again. I know I've asked this before. Kawhi's gotten lost over the last 2 years, right? Because of his inavailability, correct? I mean, when you talk about the best players in the game, Kawhi Leonard's just not been in the conversation, right?
That's correct.
It's been Giannis, and it's been Anthony Edwards and LeBron and Luka and Tatum, and make your pick. I don't know how long he's going to be healthy, dude. I just don't. Hall of Famer? If he retired after this year, Hall of Famer?
He'd be. I think he would get in a Hall of Fame
because of the 2 championships with 2, right? And he was the MVP of both of those championship series, correct? I know he was with Toronto. I think he was with San Antonio. All right, so 111-105 is that number. That game, or that series, will rotate back to Colorado. They will play Game 7 tomorrow. Meanwhile, in Michigan, it sure as hell looked like we were going Game 7, didn't it? I mean, the Pistons, I thought, had that thing won. And I'm going to put that 65-45 or 65-30, maybe 60-40 on the comeback to collapse meter in favor of collapse. I thought Detroit had it won. And, I mean, the Knicks went out and got it. They made shots, and Jalen Brunson was terrific down the stretch. But the turnovers, just I thought the desperation playing from ahead that Detroit played with down the stretch, they played with such composure throughout the series. And I thought in the last minute and a half, they fell apart and gave that game away.
Yeah. It was a bit of a roller coaster ride for the New York Knicks that had the leads they had, and then for Detroit to storm back. And what we're looking at, 112-105 Pistons lead with 2:35 left.
Yeah.
And
You're up by 7 with 2.5 minutes to go at home.
Not that big of a collapse.
That's why I said 60-40.
You gotta have a meter because it's both.
Is that meter fair? Is that meter fair?
I like it. You've been really good on the meter this week. It's been a very good week for your comeback collapse meter.
You're okay with my 90-10 on the Bucks?
Yes, that was
because that was absolute collapse.
Little things like catch the basketball, Malik Beasley. Just catch it, get the shot up at least.
They didn't even get a shot up.
Get a shot up.
Yeah,
you can't catch.
I mean, both of those games when we talk about the Bucks and the Pistons, they went out on balls that they didn't catch the basketball. Cade Cunningham is looking for. I want Cade Cunningham to take the shot, but good on the Knicks for forcing it out of his hand.
The right.
It was the right play, 100%. I want
Beasley hit 6 3-pointers in the first half.
I'm fine with everything that went down except for he didn't catch the ball and take a shot. He dropped the ball out of bounds.
In those moments, or you look at, okay, you were not ready. If you can't catch a basketball, Gary Trent Jr., just watching it go through your legs. Malik Beasley, catch and shoot, open three, guy that hit 6 3-pointers in the first half of that game, and he can't catch the basketball.
Yeah. I don't know if he'd have made the shot. I have no idea. We'll never know if he would have made the shot. But what's the truth? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and he never took the shot.
Mr. Clutch, Jalen Brunson.
How good was he?
Wow.
40 points last night for Jalen Brunson. Took over down the stretch. He went through a little drought midway through the fourth quarter. Now he had 40 points on 15 for 33 shooting. Dude took 33 shots. But when it mattered, dude was fantastic. Not just tough shots. Really tough shots. Big shots. Good night now. The Knicks and Celtics will be your second round matchup, which is fantastic in the East. How good was Brunson?
That's why he was a clutch player in the league down the stretch. You put the basketball in his hands. It's one, you look at this Knicks team with their talent, you feel like they got to the second round, they're here, but at times the stretches they go through, but if they can keep it close, Jalen Brunson down the stretch, and now they made the offseason moves to get longer. They brought in Mikal Bridges. They wanted that length because they wanted to compete with the Celtics. Didn't have that in the regular season. Now we'll find out on the biggest stage if they can hang with the Boston Celtics.
Who do you want to win least? The Celtics or the Knicks? You know what I mean?
I don't have a problem with the Celtics, but I'm not a Lakers fan. Don't have that rivalry with them. I do and enjoy the Knicks struggles at times. But it's one of those things, man. It's big market basketball, and Boston, New York, see what you got.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. We are open for business today on a Friday. Got a lot to do. Ben Gasparich is going to be with us coming up at 8:30. He is the head PGA professional at the Sandia Golf Club. We'll get you a golf tip. We will talk some golf with him. Scotty Scheffler shot a 61 yesterday, first round of the tournament down in Texas. But we'll talk with Ben and get your golf game a little better. We'll do that at 8:30. We got a sweet deal for you at 8:15. Kenny Thomas, the former Lobo All-America, will be with us. Coming up at 9 o'clock, we'll talk about the NBA playoffs with Kenny, and he'll be in studio. We got NFL stuff to get through. The phone lines are open. 505-246-0610. Emails jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. JJ@sportsanimalabq.com. On the Twitter or the X, it's _JJ Buck. And you can watch the show on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM. It's also on Xfinity Channel 26. Adrian is up early this morning, as he is every morning, producing for us on ProView Networks. And you can watch it on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks as well. Hey, property crime's real. If you haven't been a victim, you know somebody who has been a victim. Don't wait to be a victim to call IPS. I trust IPS. I have for years. They watch my home. They watch hundreds of businesses and homes all around Albuquerque and Santa Fe. You see them in your neighborhood. You see them when you go to the store. Why do so many people employ IPS? because they keep the bad guys away. They protect what you have worked so hard to build. IPS does a lot of things. They provide standing guards. If you want eyes on your property around the clock, they'll do that for you. They install alarms and camera systems. They've got a state-of-the-art facility that monitors those cameras 24/7. All of this raises the level of security around your home and your business. So, who is watching your home when you're not there? Don't let it be the bad guys. Make sure it's the good guys. Call IPS. Protect what you have worked so hard to build. The number is 505-897-2420, 505-897-2420. They are online at ipsglobal.com. IPS, passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families.
All over my pants. I got coffee all over my pants. I mean, hey, can I say thank you to the officer who didn't give me a ticket this morning? My mom's birthday is Monday. I was late getting the card. I texted Bob Clark last night, JJ. So I the birthday card, and I have stamps somewhere. They might be in my desk at the office. I don't know. I couldn't find any stamps. And Clark on his show yesterday, they were talking about having forever stamps and whatever they were. I'm like, hey, dude, I heard you. Can I buy one from you tomorrow? I got to get my mother's card out. And he says, yeah, I just bought. All right, you're an idiot. And I'm like, yeah, never mind. I just went to Walgreens and I bought stamps. So this morning, I on the way in, I went to the post office. I dropped off the birthday card for my mom. And coming out onto Lomas, I'm in a hurry getting to work. I totally rolled the stop sign. Oh, there's a white car coming in the left lane. I'll just pull in the right. Oh, that's a cop. And I went really slow, and he rolled by me, and he's like, put on his PA, that was a horrible stop. I'm like, yeah, I know, sorry. And he turned into the police station there on Lomas, and I'm very, very thankful for him not
finger
giving me a
wag.
ticket, and thank you very much. And you're right. And it's funny, downtown at all these flashing red lights, I completely stopped this morning. But now I just got.
Was it the California stop?
It wasn't barely even that. Yeah. I mean, I rolled it. There's no two ways about it. All right. The Sports Animal wants to give you a backyard blow up. So listen to the Sports Animal, and as you always do, listen to the opening drive. For the keyword every day, will start on Monday. Text that keyword to 505-246-0610. You will get registered to win a hot tub from Valentine's Swimming Pool and Spa, an American Home Furniture and Mattress Plus patio set, a pottery set from Jackalope, a $5,000 gift card from Sinlawn, and an annual plan from AAA Pest Control. These prizes are worth over $15,000 from the Sports Animal. Holy smokes. We're not eligible? We're not eligible for this? Like,
this is insane.
Can my kid be eligible? She's got the same last name, huh? Log on to Sports Animal, abq.com. There's a list of locations. You can also register to win. Locations includes Jackalope on San Mateo, all Valentine's locations, Alameda, Paseo, and Coors, both American Home locations, Carlisle and Comanche, and the backyard blow-up, including a hot tub and other prizes valued over $15,000 from the Sports Animal. We'll give out the keyword every morning. How about that, dude? It's kind of a big deal. Wow, that's a really big deal. All right, 505-246-0610. Come on in today. Get in on the Clippers extending that series last night. They beat the Nuggets in Los Angeles, so we'll go back to Colorado for game number 7. And the Knicks advance. They will play the Celtics in the next round. They win 116-113. Puck last night. Edmonton beat the Kings again. Dude, I'm so sick of playing Edmonton every year in the playoffs. Like, honestly. And I watched it, and the Kings score. It was 3-2 in the first. Like, the 6-4 was the number last night. Like, anybody who says, they don't score in hockey, you're wrong. But watch that series, you get goals.
Well, and it's just that hurts so much for the Kings because it was 4 straight comeback victories.
Well, after winning the first 2.
For the Oilers.
Yeah.
They had leads in the game, lost the leads, did the Kings. And yeah, I know what that's like when you see a team in the postseason over and over, and they just keep sending you home, and you're just like, can we not play you for once?
Please, yeah. Can we play somebody else and get through? So the Kings are out. Edmonton will face Vegas. The Golden Knights beat Minnesota 3-2. Aiden Hill was really good. He had 29 saves. Wild, not great history for them. 9 consecutive series defeats is now the third longest streak in NHL history. They love their hockey up there, man. But Vegas is really good. Toronto claimed the final spot in the Eastern Conference semifinals. They got out to a 3-0 series lead. Ottawa took games 4 and 5, and the Leafs are moving on. They will get Florida because Florida beat Tampa Bay in 5 games. And the final game 6 of the first round will be tonight. St. Louis. We'll see if they can force a game 7 back in Winnipeg against the Jets. And then Avs and Stars game 7 Saturday after the 7-4 win for Colorado.
That was a bonkers game.
The
Avs Stars.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
A 2-0 lead for the Avs at the first period. 2-goal lead, worst lead in sport.
In hockey, yeah.
And then the former Avalanche guy that had a wild season, Mikko Rantanen. So, Rantanen was traded from Colorado to Carolina. Couldn't agree on a long-term deal there. So Carolina traded him to Dallas. All that happened this season. Second period, Mikko Rantanen, 3 assists, 1 goal.
Wow.
4-3 game. Going to the third period. Avs tie it up. They're able to take the lead. They had, I think it was like 18-9 advantage in scoring chances. Finally took the lead, and then 2 empty netters for the 7-4 win.
Wow. Yeah, the hockey's been really good. The intensity is just what it always is. And if it's your thing, it's your thing, and you absolutely love it. If you want to sample it, I think it's always a good idea because it's fun. If it's not your thing, hey, cool, it's not your thing. But, man.
I don't know how I'm going to survive Saturday night.
Yeah.
2 game 7s.
Yeah. You split screen that? You double TV that? What do you do?
It's split screen. That's a great feature of YouTube TV.
Yeah. And then you can flip back which audio you get. Do you pick your split screen, though, in YouTube TV?
So you can. They are.
There is that option.
They're adding that feature where you can now customize
because they always
whatever games you want. They kind of have it.
Yeah.
Like last night, they had one where I had the Nuggets and Avs on at the same time, so I didn't have to worry about it. But they are adding that feature coming up where you can customize.
You should be able to do that.
Yeah. What games you want, and that's just gigantic too when you get to the fall and you got college football and you can.
Yeah.
What you want on it, NFL.
That way, because otherwise there's no previous channel option on YouTube TV. So, all right, 505-246-06. When we come back, Eric Olin, the new Lobo men's basketball coach, made some comments yesterday on some of the signings because some of them became official. What he is saying about a couple of the new Lobos that you can't wait to see out on the floor. We'll get into some Lobo basketball. Kenny Thomas is going to be with us coming up at 9 o'clock. We'll talk hoops with the former Lobo great. It is the opening. We got tickets to give away for Isotopes to go see the Topes and Rainiers. That'll be out on the 14th. We'll do that coming up at. I'll do that at. Let's see. When do I do this? Let's do it at 8:25 this morning. You good with that? No, that's coming right out of the sweet deal. That doesn't work. Let's do it at. How about 7? Well, let's do it in a little bit. Let's do it at 7:40. All right, we'll do it at 7:40 on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Channel.
This message is brought to you by.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
The home wrecker law. Have you ever heard of that? If somebody comes in and has an affair with your spouse, there's something called a home wrecker law. It allows a spouse to sue a third party for causing the destruction of a marriage. Okay, that's great, counselor. Why do I care? Well, remember Steve Smith? Steve Smith Sr., the former Utah receiver, University of Utah and Ravens and Carolina Panthers. He is being sued for over $100,000 for having an alleged affair with a member of the Ravens marching band. The husband of this woman is saying that Smith engaged in a months-long affair with his wife, Nicole, whilst Smith, was filming an episode of the NFL's Most Interesting Jobs with Steve Smith for the NFL Network. So the lawsuit is seeking over $100,000 in damages and alleges intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligent infliction of emotional distress, punitive damages, and attorney fees. And he's suing under the home wrecker law, which allows a spouse to sue a third party for causing the destruction of a marriage. Did you even know that existed? You heard of that?
Heard of it now.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Steve Smith's out there. NFL's most interesting jobs. It was the name of the show. All right, 505-246-0610. Global basketball continues to evolve. Jeff Grammer put out a story in this morning's journal talking about the ticketing, and it looks like ticket revenue for the 2024-2025 season, the season that has just passed, over $4 million, which is good. Averaging over 13,000 fans for their 17 home games, 24th among the 364 teams in Division I, which is good. And then the two more signings that were officially announced recently, because it wasn't until when did they finally confirm JT Rock and Luke Hopp? It was after they announced on their social media, hey, I'm committing, but they got to get everything done. Rock was that 4-star recruit coming out of high school, top 100 recruit, was at Iowa State. Eric Olin, quote, this is out of Jeff Grammer's story in the Journal this morning. JT's combination of size and skill levels makes him an ideal fit in our system. This was in a news release, by the way. His best basketball's ahead of him, and we're excited to help him get there. Lobo fans will love getting to know JT on and off the court, end quote. So you got JT back.
JT in the front court.
You feel better about that? JT's back. He might not be JT Toppin. Rock's quote in the release, quote, UNM was the right place for me because of the style of play the coach Olin and the staff are bringing in. They expressed to me how they thought my skill set would fit within their system well. All right. So that's your big guy. The other one is a guy that you're really interested in, and this is the Division II transfer from Point Loma Nazarene, Luke Hopp, 6'6", scorer, was really good at Point Loma Nazarene. Two-time NABC All-West District, pair of Division II Sweet 16. Quote, Luke's versatility, experience, and basketball IQ will have an immediate impact on our program from day one. His ability to contribute on both ends of the floor and play multiple positions aligns perfectly with our philosophy of positionless basketball. We are excited to welcome Luke and his family to the Lobo family, end quote. Hopp said, I chose New Mexico for the high-level competition, elite fan base, and genuine people at the university. I'm excited to be a Lobo and can't wait to get to work, end quote. Luke Hopp's one of the ones that really interests me. How does it translate from Division II? We've seen it work at other places. I mean, Colorado State's had tremendous success with this kind of stuff. He's one of the guys I'm really looking to see, because I think if a guy can score, a guy can score.
I think it's going to be a really fun backcourt tandem. You know, Dayton Albury from Utah State. We know the quickness, the athleticism. See his usage rate go up this year at UNN. Haupt coming in with his length, 6'6" guard. And you see what Eric Olin is looking to do. It's length because he wants that pressure on the perimeter. That's athleticism. You have that definitely at certain spots on this roster for his 5-out offense, where there's going to be a lot of shooting from the perimeter. And, yeah, the puzzle pieces are all his. There's still a couple that are going to be added, and we'll see if it's going to be a good fit early. But definitely by the time you get to conference play, you just want to have a feeling, this team can be competitive and this team can make it fun when it comes to Mountain West play.
Does the positionless basketball work? Well, it works, right? It works different ways. You have a point guard, you have a big guy. I mean, positionless means basically everybody can guard everybody, right? When we switch, we're good.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means.
Well,
because it's not.
It's not what?
Positionless. You have a 7'1" center. You have a 6'3" point guard.
Right, or a 5'10" point guard. Yeah, my 5'10" guy isn't playing post. Right, right. And so I hear that a lot, and I wonder. So the philosophy is cool if that's what you've got, and if you've got the pieces for it. And obviously, he's got a absolutely blank slate to work with, right? It's not like he's got to come in and he's got to fit the pieces that are here to his system, or fit his system to the pieces that are here. He can absolutely go out and recruit what he wants. Like, this is all on him. Success is all on him, and if it doesn't work, it's all on him too, right?
That is correct.
I mean,
the head coach.
Yeah. Well, but it's all.
And there's no, and like I said, there's no, as you just laid out. Oh, I came in and had 8 guys that just didn't really play with the way I wanted to play.
Right. Like Parcells said, you want me to make the meal? Let me go grocery shop. Like, get the ingredients. Right. I know I'm paraphrasing, but so it's all his. And so positionless is always interesting. I don't know if it's a newer trend in basketball, JJ. I mean, I think we've gone away from the traditional point guard and the traditional post in some respects, but length wins, right? In college basketball, length and athleticism wins at all positions.
I think it's a phrase that doesn't make sense, and it's not right. It's not positionless basketball. It's just not you're not stereotyped into a position just because you're 6'9" or 6'8". I think it's a better way. Like, your point guard's 6'6".
But would you say you're 2,
but it's not positionless because you can't.
Right. Would you agree more? Your 2, 3, and 4 can be somewhat interchangeable.
Yeah, I think that's what you're looking for in this. The Eric Olin system is the athleticism to switch ball screens.
Right, but I still need to. My point guard's my point guard. My big guy's my big guy. I think my 2, 3, and 4 can be interchangeable, hence positionless, if that's what you prefer. But I don't think it's positionless up and down the board. I agree with you on that. It feels like a somewhat new term or a new age term in basketball, right? Positionless. Oh, I mean, they're all interchangeable because I look at like some of those San Diego State teams over the years, and I'll even tell you, even to some respect, New Mexico this year. If you told me I had, give me a lineup, like if it was Dent, True, Washington, Seal,
in New Mexico,
who played the 4? Who would be playing the 4 in that?
It was,
if it was Nelly at the 5 and
Borvich,
let's say Borvich and Seal and True, they were pretty interchangeable in regards to what they were doing offensively and defensively, right? Dent's my 1, Nelly's my 5. Everybody else is positionless. Oh, okay. I think it's semantics. I do. But that's where your coach went yesterday, and you can get into it. I mean, how do you feel about it? And is taking form, are you good with it? You feel better about it? And what he says about it. All right, when we get back, let's do a little NFL for you. I think he's still a big name receiver. Changes places to give a young quarterback another target. It's a team that hasn't gotten a lot of hype, but might be ready to make a big move next year in the NFL. Big name receiver changing places, but going back to a former division on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes.
Need weapons, right? I mean, you always talk, well, who's he got? Oh, he didn't have this guy. Well, he needs help. All right. Yeah, I think we all agree. You know, quarterback needs someone to throw to. Is it good if your young quarterback just got himself a new receiver and he says, yeah, man, I mean, that's who I grew up. I mean, I played him in Madden, dude. He was my dude. Like, that's how it is. Good morning, boys and girls. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, he is JJ Buck. You're welcome to join the program at 505-246-0610. Patriots gave Drake May a veteran target yesterday. Stephon Diggs is a new Patriot. Comes off of an ACL tear, which he had in October. But Drake May said that he's been watching Stephon Diggs for years. He can't wait to play with him. Quote, this is Drake May now. Shoot, Stephon was one of those guys growing up when I was in high school. He was young in the league. I had him on my fantasy team and things like that, playing with him in Madden. It's pretty cool to hopefully now in season throw to him. He's coming back, obviously, from injury. He's doing great. He's been around. It's going to be cool to throw to a receiver who's made plays like he has, end quote.
Make you feel old? Stephon Diggs.
I mean, you know what that is? It's like when somebody comes in, oh, yeah, I used to watch you on TV. And I'm like, oh. When I was a kid, I was watching you on TV. Okay. Yeah, dude. How does Stephon Diggs feel about that? I mean, he's got a job. I think he feels pretty good about it.
I think he's really good that sign, especially coming off the knee injury. But you look at the Patriots' new identity. Mike Vrabel coming in. They also took a running back in the second round, 6th pick in the second round, Trayvon Henderson. You add him to that mix. Ramondre Stevenson, I think, struggled last year, so I think Henderson has a big opportunity. But the style that Mike Vrabel wants from his football team, still, people haven't jumped off the Drake May bandwagon just yet. Second-year quarterback, and I think the Patriots are being one of those teams that
sneaky.
We discuss. All right, there's playoff turnover. Can this be a wild card team?
Every year, a team comes out of nowhere and hits the playoffs, right? Who were my playoff teams last year? It was Philadelphia. I think Washington's that team that came out of nowhere, considering they had the second overall pick. That would be considered coming out of nowhere, right? I don't care.
I was on them as a wild card team, but not like, oh my goodness.
They were a wild card team.
But they didn't feel like they just got by. Like they had.
No, but they came. I mean,
Fantastic.
Wouldn't you say it? I mean, that would be this model, right? I mean, because if they were the second worst record in the league the year prior, and didn't they get to the conference champion? Right?
Mm-hmm.
They did, right? It's like, holy smokes. So it was Philadelphia, Washington, Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, the Rams, and Tampa. Those were your playoff teams last year. So the team in the NFC that came out of nowhere would be Washington. In the AFC, your playoff teams were Buffalo, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Houston, Kansas City, the Chargers. Who am I missing? Cleveland? Did Cleveland get in the playoffs?
The Browns?
Yeah, I mean, who's
they're 3 and 4 team.
Yeah, who am I missing? Who the hell am I missing?
KC, Buffalo, Baltimore, Houston, Chargers, Steelers, and Broncos.
Steelers. Yeah, did anybody really come out of nowhere there? Not really.
Denver.
Oh yeah, Denver did. The Broncos are the team I missed. Yeah.
Rookie quarterback.
Yeah, the Broncos came out of nowhere. Yeah. So every year one team kind of comes out of nowhere. I think you could put the Patriots as a candidate for that. Like if you're looking right now, I mean, there's only so many candidates that you would say would come out of nowhere, right? The Patriots and the Jets would be that. The Browns would certainly be that. The Titans would be that. I imagine the Jaguars would be that, although you continue to have high expectations of them.
I would say the teams, quote unquote, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Patriots and Raiders would be who had debate back and forth.
Patriots and what?
Patriots and Raiders.
Yeah.
Like, all right, which one of these could be a wild card team?
Which one do you like better right now? I like both coaches.
Mm-hmm.
I think both quarterbacks are question marks, but potential. Both defenses are okay. All right. What about the Jets? Do you have anything with the Jets? Tennessee, Tennessee, outside of quarterback, have built themselves a pretty decent roster. And they went out and got a quarterback. Is Cam Ward that guy?
I don't have the feelings that Tennessee is going to win 10 or more games.
Just went out and got Tyler Lockett. Tony Pollard, I thought, was way better. Well, I thought he was better than I thought he would be. He was better than I thought he would be in that system. Calvin Ridley's still there. Tyler Lockett. Man, they've been waiting for Treylon Burks to click for a long time. Okonkwo has been, I thought, a really productive tight end. I think what they do defensively is nice. I don't think they're that far off. And I look at a division, I'm like, all right, Houston's the class of it. Jacksonville should be way better. Indianapolis probably is going to be better. But is that a juggernaut division? It's not. NFC, the teams would be New Orleans out of nowhere. And the Giants? Is that really your only two options there? Because I don't think the
Yeah.
Bears are coming out of nowhere. I think the Bears, everybody's expecting the Bears to do something. The Cowboys are never coming out of nowhere. Right?
Giants and Panthers would be the two where like, wow, okay.
Well, the Saints.
I don't think the Saints
you
are
expect
gonna be
nothing out
good.
of the Saints. Right. I agree with you. I feel for Kellen.
Well, I look at Derek Carr, I'm like, okay, you're hurt. What's the plan?
I know. No, that's why, look, there's only 32 head coaching jobs, and I'm a big Kellen Moore guy. But I look, like you went in there, they just drafted the rookie out of Louisville. How do you say his name?
Which it makes no sense.
What? That they drafted that rookie?
No, it's his last name.
Yeah, how do you say
Shuck?
It is Shuck. I knew it wasn't what I thought it was.
Well,
The
SHOUGH.
G is hard. It's a hard G. Shuck. Shuck. Yeah, with an H at the end of it. But I mean, guys, you still have weapons there, man. You got Kamara, you got Olave. You still got weapons offensively. Shahid's really good. It's quarterback, though, right? And their defense was brutal. Yeah, Kellen's got work to do there. All right, we're going to talk some golf coming up at 8:30. Ben Gasparich is the head golf professional at the San Diego Golf Club. He'll be with us. We'll get a golf tip from him, talk about what's going on. We've got a major coming up. Kenny Thomas will be in at 9 o'clock. We'll kick it with Kenny, talk some hoops with the former Lobo great. Got a sweet deal coming up. We got to give away tickets right now, 505-246-0610. We got a 4-pack of tickets to give away to see the Isotopes and Tacoma Rainiers. The game is on the 14th of May. Tickets are 4 in quantity, and caller number 4 right now at 505-246-0610. You will win those tickets. Caller 4. Call now at 505-246-0610. You're listening to The Opening Drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Derby Day tomorrow. We'll be out the Sports Animal out at Sawmill Market. Come by and say hello, hang out there. It's a good day, good place to spend the Derby Day. Kentucky Derby. They'll have eat specials and drink specials and all kinds of stuff. Bob Baffert's top contender has been scratched. Foot injury. So one of the favorites for Sunday's Derby scratched yesterday. They put another horse in the field. Rodriguez scratched from the Kentucky Derby. Baeza is it. Get to picks a little bit later. Who you got for the Derby? Who you like? What do you do for the Derby? Is it something you'll watch? Is it like, again, if it ain't your thing, it ain't your thing. It's like hockey, man. It's like anything else. Go do your thing. If it's not your thing, I'm not mad at you. Nobody is. But if you love it, you love it. If it's one of those, if that's the only horse race you watch all year, I get that too, man. Go have fun with it. It's kind of cool. 505-246-0610. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. You can get in at those numbers. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Nuggets get beat last night in Los Angeles. 111-105, the Clippers. How's LA going to handle if the Clippers advance and the Lakers don't? Will anybody care? If the Clippers go on and they play Oklahoma City in the next round. I mean, people are going to games because it's the NBA and there's 10 million people that live in Los Angeles and it's a new dome and, the Intuit Dome is really cool. But how's LA fan going to handle it? Like, is it just baseball season? It's just about the Dodgers at that point? Kings got beat yesterday. Not that anybody cares. Well, seriously. If the Clippers, there's a part of me is like, good for the little Clippers if they can get through. They're not going to get through the next round because they've never been to a conference final. And their favorite, who do you like in Game 7, Denver or the Clippers? You like Clippers, huh?
I do.
Kind of leaning that way, too. Even though the game's in Denver. I mean, I kind of am, too. What did I do here? There we go. All right. 505. 246-0610 is how you get in. I want to hit this and we'll go to phones. Or maybe I should do it the other way. I want to get into what the Lakers said yesterday and the Doey Doncic stuff and getting in shape and
well, the Lakers didn't say that.
I know they did. I know they did. Or what did the guy yesterday call?
We've said
that. Docic? Is that what the guy called him yesterday?
I think that was a good one.
Yeah, that's what that guy called him yesterday. I'm trying. You know what? The right way to do this is this way. 505-246-0610. There's a Cinco de Mayo racquetball tournament going on, and Brian's on the Sports Animal. Hey, Brian. Good morning. How you doing?
Thanks for taking my call. Hey, I'm on my way now. I've got a match at 8:45.
Good luck.
Just to give you a quick update, it is the Cinco de Mayo tournament. It's being held at Sports and Wellness Riverside location on Coors, just one block north of Paseo.
And who's playing this, Brian? So what's the caliber of racquetball in this? And I apologize. You sent me something. I've been traveling, and it's super late getting back to you on this, but it looks really interesting, and it looks like it's pretty impressive, and there's some prize money on the line.
Yeah, it's a huge regional racquetball tournament. We've got people in from Mexico, California, Colorado, Arizona. The divisions go from open, which are basically professionals, down through recreational. So it goes, open, A, B, C, D, and then recreational. It's doubles, mixed doubles, singles. It's a pretty good-sized tournament. It's one of the biggest ones that's held in the Southwest.
And people can go out and watch this?
Yeah, it's at Sports and Wellness out on the west side. Like I said, it's just one block north of Paseo and Coors. It's right next to the Southwest Polytechnical Institute, and it's right behind. I'm trying to think of the just sprinklers and all that.
Yeah, no, it's easy to find.
Yeah.
Just put Sports and Wellness in, and you'll find it. And then Andre Parilla is there, right? And this is like a pro that you've got here. That's kind of a big deal to go see.
Yeah, Jose Aria. Yeah, he's out of Mexico. He's the number 5 player in the world.
Wow.
And he's here to do lessons and stuff and put on exhibitions. But if anybody has ever played racquetball or wanted to get back into it, like I recently have, come out, watch this. There's food, there's vendors.
Good.
There's 6 courts. You're more than welcome. Come on out. I'd introduce you to the director. I think he'd get a kick out of it. There's some phenomenal racquetball being played here in Albuquerque.
Yeah, I picked it up a few years back, and then I just let it go. And it's just really fun. It's a good sweat. It's a good time. You got prize money on the line. First place in doubles, it gets $500 a player. Second place is $250. So go on out. It's going out at Sports and Wellness. It's now through Sunday. It is the Cinco de Mayo racquetball tournament, the first annual Chile Traditions Cinco de Mayo racquetball tournament featuring the pros and amateurs and everything. So go on out there and have fun. Hey, man, good luck on the match today. Appreciate you letting us know about this, and let us know on Monday how you did.
You bet. Thanks, Jeff.
All right,
have a great day.
You too. I think that's cool, man. I love those kinds of things. You play racquetball at all? Have you ever? It's way harder than it looks, man.
Oh, yeah. Any sport, tennis, racquetball,
and the people who are good at it, like they get the angles down, like, and it's it's like the guy who's really good at the Y in basketball. Oh, I'll play that guy, right? Because he's got the knees wrapped up and the headband on, and you're a little belly like me or something, and he just knows the angle. You can't return a serve, or he just buries you right at the bottom of the wall. It's fun. It's fun. All right, let's get into this. J.J. Redick, Lakers coach, quote, "I'll start with the offseason and the work that's required in the offseason to be in championship shape. And we have a ways to go as a roster, and certainly there are individuals that were in phenomenal shape. There's certainly other ones that could have been in better shape. That's where my mind goes immediately, is we have to get in championship shape," end quote. Shape. I mean, is this directly pointed at Dowie Doncic?
There's a veiled shot at Luka Doncic. It's no surprise everyone's acting like now, like we didn't know this. And it's still, to me, a crazy trade. Say what you want about Luka Doncic and, he's just the next version of Carmelo Anthony or Allen Iverson. All right, so he's a Hall of Fame player. And cool, that's such a shot. Can't win with that. Yeah, build a team around him. This move for the Lakers, it will open up for the next few years. Luka Doncic, for this guy that sucks at defense and is out of shape, one of the top 5 scorers in the NBA. With that being said, and do you think that an offseason with LeBron, he comes in a little bit better shape? It's possible. But at some point, it is going to be incumbent on Luka Doncic to take himself to the next level. Now, is he really that out of shape, or is he just not care about defense? Well, because did we not, again, these broad assumptions, right? Well, how did we not have this conversation about people like, oh, Jokic is in shape, he can't play just because he didn't look like an Adonis? Because Luka puts the minutes on the floor. So is it a shape thing, or is it just a legit question about any effort on defense?
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to interrupt you with a little breaking news. Is that okay? You and I have been talking about this for well over a year and a half, that this was close to happening. Hockey is coming back.
Pro hockey. Right?
Pro hockey is coming back. Yeah, we got the Ice Wolves and junior hockey. The East Coast Hockey League announced this morning that the New Mexico Pro Hockey Club will begin play at the Rio Rancho Events Center in the 2026-2027 season. The team's going to be owned and operated by REV Entertainment, based in Rio Rancho. They haven't had an official name yet. They're going to do, a fans name the team kind of a thing. You can already secure tickets with a $50 deposit. Jared Johnson has been hired to serve as the general manager of the New Mexico Professional Hockey Club. He comes over from the Huntsville Havoc of the Southern Professional Hockey League, where he oversaw ticketing and business operations there. Hockey's coming back. I love. Look, man. When the Scorpions left, I was bummed. I was just bummed. I worked for them. I was there with the first season when they played at Tingley. I was a VP there for a year. You and I love hockey anyway. I hope this works in Rio Rancho, because obviously teams out in Rio Rancho have had a problem getting the Albuquerque fan base. Yeah. I hope it works. The GM, this Jared Johnson, quote, "It's an honor and privilege to lead the ECHL's newest franchise and help bring professional hockey back to New Mexico. We're committed to building a team that's a true staple of the community while providing exciting and affordable family-friendly entertainment for everyone to enjoy." Quote from the owner, Sean Decker, the president of REV Entertainment. "Today marks a significant milestone for REV Entertainment and the ECHL. We're incredibly excited to bring professional hockey back to New Mexico and expand the ECHL's footprint with the league's 31st franchise. The Rio Rancho community has a rich history with the sport, and we look forward to building a team that will be a source of pride for fans across the region. Can't wait for the puck to drop at 06. So hockey is coming back. Professional hockey is coming back. I think that's cool. I think it's really cool. Let's see if we can get someone in this morning from REV Entertainment. But that just happened this morning. Those of you who remember the Scorpions, and look, I love the Scorpion days at Tingley Coliseum. That was just like, what's your memory of the Scorpions? Is it Rio Rancho? Is it Tingley?
A little bit of Tingley, but I was locked in to the Rio Rancho.
Yeah. I hope
when I was able to go to a lot of games and had a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right, so that just came down. I got a sweet deal when we come back. 505-246-0610. Kenny Thomas at 9. Ben Gasparich, we'll talk golf with him coming up at 8:30 on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radio.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
All right, opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal. East Coast Hockey League made it official this morning. This has been coming for a minute. That East Coast Hockey League is coming back to New Mexico, going to be out in Rio Rancho. 2026-2027 season is when it's going to start. REV Entertainment is the owner of this team. Rick, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Rick.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you living?
Doing good. I just want to say hockey back to New Mexico sounds great.
Agree with you. Yeah.
When the Scorpions used to play at Tingley Coliseum, they used to call it Stingley Coliseum.
That's right. No, it was great time. We were just, Stigler and I were just talking about some of the old times, the Sly No and Tyler Boucher and Peter Ambrosiak and Derek Crawford and Travis Van Tighem and some of those guys that were, I mean, I say relatively legendary, but I mean, those were great times out there. So.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah. So it's coming back and it'll be good. What should they name the team? I say Goat Heads. The New Mexico Goat Heads.
I don't know, man.
I'm on
about
a
hard one.
All right, let's start the name the team thing. What, JJ, you got one? All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for the call. You got one?
I know we've been on goat heads for a while.
I want goat heads, man.
Has to be on the list.
And especially, I mean, they're out in Rio Rancho. I'm just saying. All right, we got a sweet deal. Lucas is in from Firehouse. First off, what should we name the hockey team?
I like your idea with the goat heads, or with Rio Rancho, maybe the tumbleweeds.
Yeah. Tumbleweeds is almost like, I'm down with that.
But I like the goat heads.
The goat heads.
I'm interested to see what this poll comes up with what your listeners come up with.
Well, let me give you, I mean, here's the people are going to say, well, what's the East Coast Hockey League? Where are they? They're all over the map. I mean, they're in Atlanta, the Atlanta Gladiators. They're in Greenville, the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. I like that. Of all the ones I've seen, I think that's my favorite. They're up in Boise, the Idaho Steelheads, Indianapolis has Indy Fuel.
So right now, the placeholder is NM Pro Hockey. So are we? I guess to know is it going to be New Mexico?
I gotta believe it's New Mexico if it's in Rio Rancho, right? It's not gonna be Albuquerque, and I don't believe it'll be Rio Rancho.
Yeah, because that plays into the name. You know, kind of the flow, the rhythm. So New Mexico Goat Heads, solid option.
I mean, how do you beat them?
Are you going to get naming rights if they go with this? Get like some type of royalties?
I mean, the answer is going to be no. I mean, I get nothing, but I mean, maybe I get a hat.
New Mexico Wind Event.
Yeah, seriously, wind event. No kidding. I'm just looking at some of the names: Savannah Ghost Pirates, Orlando Solar Bears, Toledo Walleye, Trois Rivières. This guy have his team. You know where Trois Rivières is? Up in Quebec. I almost bought a golf course up there years ago.
Wait, you almost bought a golf course?
This goes totally full circle. Do you remember Pat Dunn? He was an original.
That doesn't seem like just a simple thing to do.
No, dude, he was an original Scorpion, and then he was the general manager of the Scorpions when I was the vice president. And Dunner was like, we could buy this golf course. It's only open like 3 months a year. We can make $1 million, and we're going to buy a golf course because it's his hometown. My dad's up there, and my buddy, whatever his buddy's name was going to manage it, and he wanted me to go in and buy a golf course with him in Trois Rivières. We can get Dunner on right now. He'll tell you the story right now. He'll 100% go on it. He's got funnier stories though when he played for the French Olympic team. All right, let's do this. We're not here for that. What's up, Lucas? How you? First of all, Lucas, thank you for breakfast.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Firehouse Subs is your sweet deal today. You go to our website, sportsanimалabq.com. You go there at 9 o'clock. You click on the sweet deal icon, and for $30, you get $60 worth of Firehouse Subs. What I have that pastrami, the New York.
Yeah,
what's
the
it
New
called?
York. Did you like it? The
Loved
New York
it.
steamer.
Yeah, and I loved like the mustard that was on there. It was terrific. If you love spicy food, and I'm not sure I do, but I mean I do, but I'm looking forward to seeing how spicy this is, or maybe I'm not. You got the spicy dill hook and ladder sub. Talk about that.
Well, we did a partnership with Hot Ones, that YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Where they interview people and everyone eats these hot wings, hottest you can get, right?
And I look at them, I'm like, what idiots? Now
I think you're about to be there because we got these hot dill pickles right in front of us, and we marinate them in their Carolina Reaper sauce.
Reaper.
Yeah, and so it's been a real popular sub. We also brought our hot sauce bar back. That went away for a little while, and now we have that back. So if you come into Firehouse Subs, you'll have a wide selection of hot sauces that you can put on your sandwich.
How many locations do you guys have?
Well, so here we have 5 in Albuquerque and 1 up in Santa Fe that we're offering the Sweet Deals partnership for. But nationwide, I think we're close to 1,500 stores nationwide.
Yeah, it's really cool. And you guys give back. International Firefighters Day is coming up on Sunday.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
I wanted to say thank you to all of our customers. We just made a grant this week to Santa Fe Fire Department, about $25,000 grant worth of equipment. Yeah,
that's significant, man.
That's pretty much when these departments put in those equipment's pretty expensive that they're asking for. So everything from like AED devices. This was like MSA gas detectors that they're going to put on all their trucks, so if they show up, they can, I'm assuming, determine if there's any type of flammable substances or gases before they go into these buildings.
Seems pretty significant and important.
I never even knew they existed until the department put in for it. So I'm glad that got approved, and just wanted to say thank you to all the customers for Firehouse Subs that came in and ever donated. It does go back to your community. Thank you so much.
This Sunday, while you're going out for your Cinco, maybe base down with some Firehouse Subs. International Firefighters Day is May 4th, which is Sunday. Money from every purchase on Sunday goes to life-saving equipment for first responders, and that's a big, big deal. You guys deliver. You could use the favorite delivery app, whichever one you use to get Firehouse.
I would say
subs
use our
ordered.
app. If you use Firehouse Subs app, you can order delivery right from our app.
All right. And what you guys going now is the hook and ladder.
Yeah.
That's
It's a ham and turkey sandwich, and we've got two of our options here. We got the spicy dill version that we do, and we also have a zesty garlic one that we're doing. And I brought these pickles here because I wanted you to try them out.
You're going to have one with me?
Yeah, I'll take one.
So this is going to just light me up?
It will, yeah.
All right,
We're not
JJ, it's got me. All right, so before I do this, just so I can, my tongue moves, your sweet deal. Go to our website, sportsanimалabq.com. Do it at 9 o'clock. Click on the sweet deal icon, and you will get $60 worth of deliciousness. Firehouse subs for just $30, and do it at 9 because it's going to go quick. I'm going to put this in my mouth just in case I can't talk. Ben Gasparich is coming up next. He's the head golf pro at San Diego Golf Club. We're going to give you a golf tip and talk golf. And you want a pickle, JJ?
I'm not a pickle guy.
Yeah, he says he doesn't like pickles. I think he knows it's hot.
I don't either.
He's trying to get out of it.
All right.
But, yeah, have fun for the rest of the day.
Shoot.
It's got you. This is pretty good.
Somebody drive at 95.9 FM. Thank you.
Stay on camera.
It's good to see you, man.
Your eyes are watering.
Are they?
Is it hotter?
We
It's
might
hot,
have
huh?
a golf tip.
I just slammed it down my throat instead of let it swish around my. How come you're so easy with that?
Been eating them.
Your face is a little red.
I had
Your
one.
face
I had
has
one.
got red.
I had one with Kiki already, and or I think Carlos. And
How'd they do?
Oh, he thought it was super hot too, and so I think my taste buds are already like
that
fried.
ain't nothing. I'm fine.
You're fine.
That's nothing, dude.
Yeah. You're sweating on
Am
your
I?
forehead.
On my
yeah.
bald head's already.
Yeah, you got some sweat.
Yeah, I'm
going
beating
on.
up on my sweat.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. All right, get over to Firehouse Subs. Good to see you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Ben Gasparich next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
This message brought to you by San Diego Golf.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety.
Indy Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indy Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call.
You don't like the pickle?
Those evil cucumbers, man.
You don't like those?
Can't do it.
My mouth's a little still on fire. Clark's like, well, I'll have a little bite, but I got to. I'm like, come on, you are soft.
Got to go full pickle.
Yeah,
you got to go full pickle.
Eat the pickle. I mean, I'm not lying. It's hot. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. Byron Nelson is underway in McKinney, Texas. Scotty Scheffler and Jonathan Vegas are your leaders. They're 10 under. Scheffler shot a 61 yesterday, 10 under. He's even through 8 today. Vegas was 63 going in to today, 2 under after 6. Patton Kaziri is one back, and you got a bunch of guys chasing. 2 weeks away from golf's next major. The PGA Championship will be in 2 weeks, and we get out. I'm glad to finally be able to do this and back into our Friday groove, getting out to the beautiful Sandia Golf Club and checking in. Ben Gasprich is the head PGA professional out there, and he joins us this morning on the Sports Animal. How you living, Ben?
Good, guys. How we doing?
It was good to see you running around Vegas at the conference tournament, and I was like, man, we're getting close to Ben time, and the golf weather yesterday was beautiful. You have a good time out in Vegas?
Oh, heck yeah. You know, it's always a good time seeing everybody and rooting on the Lobos, and, you know, not the result we were looking for, but always a good time.
Yeah,
always a good time.
I get it. How's the traffic been out at Sandia Golf Club?
It's good. And finally, like you said, weather's finally turning a little bit. We got some good weather, and grass is getting green, and school's getting close to coming out. So we're here, baby. It's rocking and rolling over here at Sandia.
If you're looking to work on your game and looking for a PGA professional, Sandia Golf Club will help you. I went out. I was telling JJ, I went out to the range and worked on something yesterday, hit the driver. The best I've hit it in 2 years.
You actually practiced?
Well, I was waiting for my buddy to show up. He was running a little late, so I went to the range, worked on something. Ben, I hit my driver. I mean, 2 birdies on the back, 39 on the back for me is just spectacular. It was I can't wait to go play again. I was hitting fairways and putting for birdies. It was kind of a fun day.
Oh heck yeah! When you're playing well and you're making some good scores, making some birdies, there's nothing better, and keeps you coming back for sure. I'm surprised I was on JJ's side. I was surprised you were practicing. So just showing up a little early makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, or he was late.
Yeah, one of the two, right?
Hey, I want to go backwards. I know it was, gosh, almost a month ago now, what Rory did at the Masters, and I'm still in awe at the whole thing. I still love the story so much, and if he didn't win, it would have been, Rory choked, and how hard it is to win a golf tournament. I tell people all the time, man, go stand over a 4-foot putt for $5 with you and your buddy, right? There's pressure on it, or especially if it's a team bet, you and your buddy are going to lose 5 or win 5. People say, he choked, he missed that little 4-foot putt. Dude, on those greens in that situation, it's hard for me to use the word choke. I just thought the way he handled it and came back was just monumentally big.
I mean, yeah, it's huge for golf, right? Obviously, 7th guy to win the Grand Slam. It's, last person in 20-something years since Tiger. So unbelievable for golf. The story's great. You can see how much it has meant to him, right? He talks about it. It's the only tournament he talks about all year. He's joking afterwards with the media saying, what are we going to talk about next year?
Yeah.
And you get to see it on his face. The first hole, he makes a double, and he's just like trying to calm himself down, breathing on the green. It means the world to him. And so for him to overcome that with that pressure, have the ups and downs of the Sunday, I mean, it was a roller coaster watching it. You didn't know what was really going to happen. And for him to, miss the putt, come back and stiff it in the playoff and make the putt was, it's definitely up there with, kind of reminded me of Tiger's win a little bit a couple years ago, just kind of that you'll remember this Sunday for a while.
The raw emotion of it, right? I mean, just the absolute breaking down and tears. You don't fake that emotion. Like people said, you don't fake what was going on right there.
No, 100%. I mean, he's an emotional guy, right? He's shown his emotions on the sleeve throughout his career, but for him to kind of break down, like you said, at the end of the green there, and just kind of have that, just letting it out, you could just see that weight lifted off his shoulders, and that was, a moment for him that I don't think he ever thought was going to happen, to be honest.
I was wondering in the moment, what did it mean for guys like you who are in the game, and Nick Nee, who's the director of golf out there, who's on with us a lot in this slot, has talked a lot over, I'm a PGA guy, and the PGA Live Rift, and Justin Rose wasn't, a Live guy, but Rory's been the face of the PGA in regards to this whole PGA Live thing. For guys who work in your profession and your PGA guys, was there a little something extra for you guys, or is that just something I'm fabricating?
No, I think so. I mean, I think Rory's one of those guys, not just with PGA guys, but with the golf fan, especially here in the States. Wasn't American, a little cocky, maybe kind of young guy that was winning a lot. And then now all of a sudden you have this Live PGA stuff, and he's takes a stand kind of on the good guy side a little bit, if quote unquote, whatever. And everyone kind of rallies behind him. And I think especially with, us as PGA members, it's what we stand for, kind of. It's our brand, what, separates us. And so for him to kind of step on that side and be, have an opinion like he does and be kind of the face person for it, you kind of have to root for him, right? And you want him to see him do well, and want to make sure that he's a part of this game for time to come, for sure.
What do you make of just the mental response from Rory in that moment? Just what happened in the back nine? Chunking a chip shot in the creek, hitting good shots, but then going to 18 and missing that moment. Just the mental mindset you have to excel at that level.
Oh, I mean, thinking about it now makes me nervous, just what he had to go through. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, the wedge shot he hit on 13 is probably one of the worst shots he's hit in a couple of years. I mean, he hit the 60-yard wedge shot that he misses by 30 yards. And for him to bounce back, hit it to, close on 15, have a kind of a chance there at the end. It was, it's really, you really can't put it into words what you're able to do and kind of that short-term memory. I think the best thing, or one of the best things that I saw from it was his caddy, kind of after he missed the putt, talking to him and saying, hey, on Monday, if I told you you're going to be in a playoff on 18, on Sunday night, you'd take it. And he's like, yeah, you know what? I would. I was like, let's go win this thing. And so it's cool to see that relationship. I know there's a lot of kind of rumors around him and his caddy, maybe time to move on. And so for him to do that with him and, childhood best friend of his, and him to just show that kind of drive and that mental toughness was really special.
I didn't know that. Did you? I didn't know that story. Ben Gasparich is with us. He's the head PGA professional out at San Diego Golf Club. All right, make our games better, please. Do you have a golf tip for us?
Yeah, I think with everyone kind of coming into the season, coming out of the winter a little bit, maybe not playing as much, touch isn't quite there. Yeah. I got a good chipping drill that we do a lot with our junior kiddos and some of the lessons that we do out here. And really you need either like 3 baskets, so, range baskets, empty baskets, or 3 head covers, and you're going to go 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards, and really just working on landing balls on those different targets, alternating, going short to long, long to short. This will really help with just chipping overall and that confidence around the greens, which really, I know, Jeff, you don't miss greens very often, so you don't you don't need to worry about chipping. But
what are you using there?
Good.
Are you using a 56, a 60? What club are you using there?
So I'll use a majority of them, right? I'll kind of start with the 60 degree, kind of work on maybe some of the shorter shots with that, and go to 56, and maybe go to a 52, kind of get a little bit of a variety, because that's probably the one thing that a lot of amateur golfers don't do enough is using one club kind of around the greens. They have their sand wedge or their one club that they like. But, if you can get that ball on the ground rolling and use something like a 9-iron, pitching wedge, even, gap wedge, you got to, kind of experiment with that. So I think it's a good drill. You can use different clubs, kind of experience, how high it's coming out, how hard it's coming out, and really get comfortable with a couple different clubs around the greens.
You know what I'd love to get into, and probably not today, but just club selection when you're right around the green. Whether whether you're going high with a 60, whether you're chipping from your back foot or your right foot with your 56. I love the bump and run with a 7-iron. Some people use an 8, whatever. But just is it just whatever you're comfortable with? Because that's what people tell me all the time. Just go with what feels right.
Yeah, for sure. You want to be comfortable when you're hitting a golf shot, for sure. And I think it's one of those things where people definitely need to experiment, with different clubs. But they always say a bad putt's better than a bad chip. So if you can hit something that is kind of low to the ground, hugging the ground a little bit longer, something you don't have to worry about the contact being perfect,
that's why I love that
you're usually
bump and
probably
run.
better off. So I think people like to go with a 60 degree and hit it high and spin it and be cool. But, sometimes taking an 8-iron or a pitching wedge, like you said, and just a little bump and run, you're much better off.
Yeah, I'd love to get into that one day. All right, what's going on out at San Diego Golf Club? How can people be part of it?
Heck yeah, we got Cubs coming up here soon, the 18th of May, first Cubs class. That's for the kiddos kind of getting into the game. First class will be 9 a.m. that Wednesday before. We'll start calling into the golf shop and sign up there, and we'll do those through the summer. We also got kind of a new menu over here in the Clubhouse Grill. A lot of new items. Ernie and the staff over there have done a great job. If anybody coming to Nikki Glazer this weekend, come by and check it out for sure.
Beautiful. Catch you next week. Appreciate you coming on with us. Give Nick our best, and get out to San Diego Golf Club. It's beautiful. It's all at sandiegogolf.com. He is Ben Gasparich. He's the head PGA professional out there, and we will catch up with you soon, my friend.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
See you. That's always a thing around the greens, and everybody does it differently, and I watch guys that'll use their 56 around it, and I bump and run, and whatever. It's a feel.
I'm the type of guy. Any chance I can use that putter, it's coming out.
Yeah, no, and I watched dudes putt from way off. I mean, Rudy Douglas was great at that. He would putt from 20 yards off the green. Yeah, he would do that all the time. All right, Kenny will be in. We'll kick it with Kenny, talk some hoops coming up at 9 o'clock. The Byron Nelson's going on. It's Cinco de Mayo. It is Twin Peaks. Golf tournament is this weekend. The Byron Nelson from Dallas. Twin Peaks is showing every round on wall-to-wall TVs. And while you're watching the leaderboard, do not miss the Cinco de Mayo costume party going May 2nd, which is today, all the way through Cinco de Mayo on Monday. Celebrate with Mexican cocktail specials, cold cervezas, and scenic views wrapped in red. Need more reasons to visit? Twin Peaks also serves up $8 late-night flatbreads from 10 o'clock to close, Sunday through Thursday. It's great sports. It's big flavor. It's unbeatable vibes. That is how Twin Peaks does Cinco and Golf weekends. And if you're looking for a spot for lunch, make sure that Twin Peaks is on your lunch rotation. Combo starting at $7.99, featuring soups and salads and sandwiches that will all hit the spot. Pair it with a 29-degree draft. You got the perfect midday escape. Whether it's lunch, coworkers, solo bites with the game on, Twin Peaks makes every meal memorable.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach. My teacher. My older sisters. My grandma. My brother. My tutor. My dad and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges.
The beautiful showroom at 2440 Louisiana Northeast, Suite 310, up on the 3rd floor. The coolest jewelry store in America. Not named by me, although I think so, but named by In-Store Magazine. They got over 3,000 ladies and men's bridal rings right there for you to see right now. If they don't have what you want, they will make it for you. They'll walk you through the whole design process and then make it in their custom state-of-the-art design center right there on premises. Whatever you're looking for. And it's not just rings, man. It's watches, it's pendants, it's jewelry, it's everything. Everything. I bought diamond studs there for a gift. They were a hit. And they offer the only free lifetime nationwide warranty in Albuquerque. Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring, an anniversary gift, a wow gift, maybe even just something for yourself, go see John Thomas Jewelers. So many reasons to see why they're the best jeweler in Albuquerque. On Louisiana, 1 block south of Banal, 3rd floor of the Lewis University building. It's 2440 Louisiana Northeast, Suite 10. John Thomas Jewelers is where Albuquerque gets engaged. 505-246-0610. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. John says, good morning, fellas. I'm waiting for the hoe segment. Love when you guys do that. Yeah, we'll hoe. Maybe we'll hoe with Kenny today. Kenny loves to hoe. This one says, how hard is betting? You guys always ask that question. Well, my bookie just told me he's going to start fading my bets. Wow. Okay, then. All right. I mean, that happens too. Positionless basketball, says Mean Machine. Jeff, to me, that means we don't know where the playing time for all these guys is going to come from. See?
Of course it does.
Different things mean different things to different people. That's fine. The story this morning, we got hockey coming back. Pro hockey's coming back to New Mexico, the East Coast. And this has been brewing for a while. And this has been out there for, I don't know, JJ, a year and a half, maybe even longer than that. There's been a couple of groups that have been looking to bring the East Coast Hockey League to the Rio Rancho Event Center. And the East Coast Hockey League announced today that starting in the 2026-27 season, so what is this, 25? So next year, right? That's next fall? Yeah. We'll get pro hockey back out at the Rio Rancho Event Center. It'll be in the East Coast Hockey League. And who's in the league? Who's regional? Like regional teams, Tulsa Oilers. Well, that sounds like a team from the old Central League, right? The Tahoe Night Monsters, Knight. Tahoe Night Monsters. Regionally, you would also have the Idaho Steelheads. Maybe the Iowa Heartlanders would be somewhat regional. I'm looking at the map for teams in this league, and there's so there's Tahoe, there's Idaho, there's Tulsa, there's a team in Arlington, Texas. What's this Thunder team? I missed that one. And Kansas City's got a team as well. So that'll kind of be your region. A lot of east of the Mississippi, but that's the world, right?
Ain't nothing in Rio Rancho but rock.
Ain't nothing out there but rocks. Allen Americans. That's the Allen, Texas. Atlanta Gladiators, Bloomington Bison, Cincinnati Cyclone, Florida Everblades. So that's cute. Everblades. See what they did there? I like that. Fort Wayne Comets, Greenville Swamp Rabbits, Jacksonville Icemen, Iowa Heartlanders, Indy Fuel, Idaho Steelheads, Kalamazoo Wings, Kansas City Mavericks, Maine Mariners, Norfolk Admirals, Savannah Ghost Pirates, Reading Royals, Rapid City Rush, Orlando Solar Bears, South Carolina Stingrays, Tahoe Night Monsters, Toledo Walleye, Trois Rivières Lions, Wichita Thunder, Wheeling Nailers, Utah Grizzlies, Worcester Railers, and New Mexico Goatheads.
Goathead's gonna be a strong contender for team name.
Goatheads.
Gonna be a strong contender.
Push hard for Goatheads. Well, like, and you could just have this prickly little mascot running around, just with all those little. Like,
I got the ideas. You got the
is
ideas.
it stuck in your foot?
Where-
or just in your socks?
The worst.
Right in your socks? Yeah.
They just get everywhere.
They get everywhere.
Like I realized I had a plant growing by the AC condenser.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, son of a gun.
Go ahead.
Digging it out, and there was like one on my shoulder.
Yeah. In your cheek. Kenny Thomas is next. He's everywhere. Kind of like goat heads. Talk hoops. Kick it with the former Lobo great. On the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mirror here. And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay. We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field. 505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space, and you can be part of it.
Show that she better than all my intentions. Locked in, show that you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
I was born in New Mexico. I grew up on these streets. I got in trouble here, and I fought my way back in boot camp. I love New Mexico, especially the people. Now I'm using my training, tenacity, and energy to fight for you. I'm Adam Oki, lawyer, fighter, and New Mexican. I was a local athlete here in New Mexico, so I'm proud to support your local athletes.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach, my teacher, my older sisters, my grandma, my brother, my tutor, my dad, and my mom.
Now is the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
New Mexico goat heads. Huh? Get used to it. I'm pushing it hard, man. New hockey team coming to Rio Rancho. The East Coast Hockey League announced today that they are going to expand into New Mexico. Pro hockey will be back, and they don't have a name yet, but New Mexico goat head sounds perfect. I mean, Kenny Thomas, what do you think? New Mexico? Hi, Kenny Thomas.
What's up?
Kenny Thomas is here, the former Lobo All-America, 11-year NBA veteran, entrepreneur, and I don't know. Are you in on the New Mexico goat heads? You got part of that hockey team? Is that part of what latest in your portfolio?
Oh, okay, so it's legit. No.
Yeah, it came out today.
No, I know you're involved.
I'm not involved with anything. I got my hands in nothing.
Between you and JJ, what do you guys don't talk about?
We talk about it.
That's why you guys are geniuses.
What do you think of the name? New Mexico goat heads. You know the little goat heads that get in your socks and your feet. You can't get them out of your hands.
Why?
Why not?
Why? You like it?
I love it.
JJ, what do you think about this?
I'm on board with it.
Okay, cool. I'm on board then.
Think of the mascot. You could have a head with like a little goat head, like little prickly things.
It's different.
That's the whole point, dude.
Yeah,
Here, look,
different.
teams in that league are like the Swamp Rabbits and the Night Monsters.
Okay,
and
makes sense.
Trois Rivières Lions. Well,
see, that Paris stuff is still coming out.
no, but that's Trois Rivières. Like here, look. How do you say Trois Rivières?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person.
Well, because it's
JJ.
Trois, and I knew a guy from Trois Rivières.
Yeah, I can't roll.
It's
that
up in
thing.
Quebec. There's no rolling. It's Trois Rivières.
Quebec.
The
golden child. Show me the knife. Remember how he rubs that thing?
I do. Kenny Thomas is in. Let's kick it with Kenny. We're talking hoops. We're still gonna hope. How was Barellas?
Barellas.
How was Barellas? You didn't go to Barellas?
I went. I haven't been in a month. So yeah.
You went today?
Yeah, I went today.
What you have? Bacon,
same thing. Bacon, scrambled
red
eggs.
chili.
Yeah. No green chili.
Tortilla. We had Firehouse subs today.
Yeah. I think I'm an employee here. How come I don't get the memo?
There's no memo to be had.
Okay, cool. So you just got to go in the kitchen?
So you should get the only memo. Nobody else gets a memo, but it should be a memo to Kenny Thomas?
No. That sounds so selfish.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I just want some food, too.
There's boxes in the lunchroom.
Cool, I'm just kidding. What's up out there?
Clippers Nuggets last night, 111-105. Got a game 7. Look, we went in and JJ's been right. I mean, the Clippers are dangerous. They were the best team in the last 20 games of the schedule. Kawhi's healthy. Who you got in game 7?
Sorry, JJ.
No, he has the same way.
I got the Clippers. They're rolling right now. They're playing on all cylinders right now. Everybody's contributing the right way. They're knowing their role. The Nuggets are a good team. They're just a little discombobulated right now. I think there's too much of a lot of interior stuff going on. I'm a big believer in Murray has to play well, man. But those guys that are not contributing the way that they should on the Nuggets side, it's been bad. You laughing because
because
Murray...
JJ's been saying the same thing about, right?
Well, the Clippers have more consistent role players.
Yep.
The thing with Jamal Murray is he can be better than anyone else in the playoffs, but he's not consistent.
No.
And you look at Kawhi Leonard, you know what you're getting every single night. Even a bad James Harden game, you're going to get some offense, and that fluctuation from Jamal Murray puts so much pressure on everyone else, and you essentially have a lineup where Michael Porter Jr. is playing with one arm.
Yep.
And then Russell Westbrook, he brings a ton of effort, which you need that energy, but then there's a lot of empty possessions along with that.
Yeah. There was a time when Westbrook had 5 turnovers in one quarter. It got that bad. I mean, there's a difference between when you can have the ball in your hands on a consistent basis to get into a rhythm. Not that I'm saying that Murray doesn't have the ball in his hands. He does, right? But I think here's the difference. When it comes to Murray, do you see him attacking the basket like a James Harden or like a the Clipper, Leonard? Like, it doesn't happen. I'm not saying from the standpoint of them being the same height or anything like that. It's just a matter of them being aggressive and attacking the basket. Murray doesn't do that.
Kawhi's been good. I don't know how long he stays healthy. We haven't. JJ and I had this conversation earlier. We haven't talked. The last couple of years, you talk about the best players in the game. Oh, it's Luka and it's Anthony Edwards and it's LeBron and it's Tatum and it's whomever. Kawhi Leonard's name hasn't popped up, and then you watch him healthy, and you're like, oh, dude's really good.
He plays the game the right way.
When
he
plays.
takes what's given. You know what I mean? Yeah. When he plays, the fact that we talked about this like the last 20 games or so. I said it was going to come down to if he's going to be able to get ready by missing 35, 40 games. And obviously he's a professional, and you can tell that he's showing up. And when I see Kawhi Leonard attacking the basket, they're a totally different team because that spaces out the perimeter, which opens up a lot of different opportunities. You got Zubac over there, man. Underrated, the things that he does not come up in the box scores if you really think about it.
I asked JJ this earlier. If Kawhi Leonard retired after this series or this season, Hall of Famer?
Yeah. He has a ring.
2.
I just right away I think about the Toronto, the shot
Spurs.
In the corner. I didn't even think about the Spurs. Yes, that's a given. Yes.
I think so too.
Yes. That's why he's making the money.
Russell Westbrook is too, right?
Yeah. That's a given.
How many Hall of Famers am I watching in this? I'm watching James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, obviously Jokic, Westbrook. I don't think Murray is.
See, when you think about
I'm watching
Jokic,
4 in this series.
Yeah. But the ones that are going to get in right away is Joker and Kawhi. You know what I mean?
I mean, Joker, absolutely.
Exactly.
You got more on that series you want to hit? Are you done with
that? Come on,
Game
man.
7.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Hey, I know the Nuggets' passion is still there, JJ.
Of course.
Okay.
JJ's house tomorrow night, man, with Game 7 of the Nuggets and Clippers and the Stars and the Avalanche at the same time. I mean, that's...
You might as well go watch the Avalanche.
That's a 10. All right. The other one, I'm going to put it 60-40 collapse to comeback. Pistons were up by 7 with 2.5 minutes to go. Man. I like the Pistons so much. I like the way they play. I like their young players. I just and they fell apart. I mean, catch the freaking basketball. I don't know that you would have made the shot at the end of the game, but holy smokes. I mean, catch the basketball, but you didn't.
Yeah.
But then by the same token, Jalen Brunson was that dude.
And whether Malik Beasley caught the ball or not, I don't know if he makes the shot, but Brunson's terrific, and Knicks and Celtics is going to be special. But go back to this series and what you thought of this.
Man, you got J.B. Bickerstaff, once again, that came from Cleveland and created a whole different legacy over there and how Cleveland is playing. We'll get into that. But he went to Detroit, and look at what he's done. I think it's the second year that he's been there, first or second year of his contract. And you got a Cade Cunningham that's 6'6" and very aggressive. He's another guy that I want to see coming downhill a little bit more. When he gets in the middle of the paint, he's a very different kind of cat because he can shoot over guys. But you got Beasley and you got the young Thompson brother over there. I feel like they got a nice core.
Boy, did he get left in the how about what Jalen Brunson did to him on the last play?
Goodness, and the way he set him up, and then
I thought he pushed in the replay, obviously not.
Yeah.
But it felt like remember the Michael Jordan play against Utah. It
was Brian. It was Russell.
Byron Russell.
It was Byron Russell boy.
It was Byron Russell. Byron Russell.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Jordan pushed him back then. You could
and this play reminded me of that in real time. And then you look at he didn't push him at all. I mean, he just lost him.
His energies kept going to the right.
He's still going right.
Foot got tripped up.
Yeah.
And then he looked at him before he shot it. Yeah. But man, when you got to think about Cat over there with the Knicks, when he only has 9 or 11 points in the game, Detroit, it was a perfect time for them to take advantage of it. Brunson obviously showed up and showed out. He's that guy. It's going to be interesting to see how the Knicks unfold in the next series.
I think there's teams coming, man. The Pistons remind me a little bit of Minnesota 2 years ago.
That's fair. Oh yeah.
Young, building, coming, growing, hadn't been anywhere for a long time, and I just got young guys. If they can keep them there, keep them growing, and I think Cade Cunningham is the next superstar in the city.
Oh yeah. It's obviously the NBA comes down to making shots.
Yeah.
And when the playoffs come, you guys, what guys can and do and can't do, it all comes out. And if you can't play defense in the playoffs. Yeah,
ask Luka Doncic about that. We're going to get there. I want to get into the next series then, Knicks and Celtics. And Knicks have been really good against everybody who hasn't been the Celtics, the Cavaliers, and the Thunder. Right? Against the top teams of the league, they've been good against everyone. Now they get the Celtics. I mean, is this Celtics in 5?
No.
What is it?
6 or 7.
Celtics.
Yeah. Experience. But you got to keep in mind, if the Knicks are playing like they just did that last game and how they went through adversity, it would be very interesting to see how the Knicks how that's going to unfold. But I'm telling you, he's going to have to be a huge part of that, because he can go inside and actually take it to the Celtics, because the Celtics don't actually play defense on in the paint, from my perspective. You got Porzingis over there. I mean, he's more of a perimeter player, but I feel like Cat has the body to actually make some noise against the Celtics in that series.
What do you think? Where are you on this series?
Celtics in 6.
6?
See, 6-7.
Whatever. You said 6.
I said 6 or 7.
Well, I mean, you can't. See, I was right.
It's one of those things, man. I'm gonna go with JJ. Celtics in 6.
We come back. I want to get into the Lakers. Where do they go? What does that mean? What LeBron said afterwards, all this about, I looked at JJ Redick's quote about getting in shape. He said, get in shape about 7 times. Got to be looking at one guy. Kenny Thomas is in studio, the former Lobo great, 11 years in the NBA. We'll kick it with Kenny continued next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Kia is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Kias arriving daily, you'll love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Kia from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Kia on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestakia.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Gotten better.
He used to be a world-class athlete too.
I still am. Yeah, right. I'll be 48.
I mean, yes, you are. 505-246-0610 if you want to talk to Kenny. Emails jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. All right. So Lakers are out in 5, and I said this to JJ yesterday. The story should be and will be Minnesota. Okay? It should be. It should be Rudy Gobert 20 and 24.
That was awesome.
It should be Anthony Edwards 40 points. And it will be, right? Because they're going to play. But the story is the Lakers, because they have LeBron James, Luka Doncic. They're the Lakers. They went out in 5. They don't have a center. Their coach is talking about they're not in shape. This loss for Los Angeles means, because I'm watching LeBron tell me, I don't know, LeBron's playing next. I'm 99.87% convinced LeBron James is playing. He's not passing up another $52.8 million, and he's not done. So the Lakers need to do what? What does this mean?
I mean, first off, LeBron is done when he's done, when he wants to be done. And he's going to probably end up finishing in LA, right? Obviously, when you lose, there's multiple things that are pointed out. But you got to keep in mind, man, I was watching, I saw a clip of, what is it, Up in the Smoke, All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, talking about Michael Jordan, how he went to the bar and different things like that and did different things before games. And it's just one of those things. Luka is legit. He's legit. He's 25, 26 years old, got a bright future. The Lakers are a bright organization. They just got their butts kicked in an old-fashioned way. And you could tell that the Lakers were tired. They were beat up. They were done.
Well, they shouldn't be.
I mean,
they shouldn't be, Kenny. Look, they're not that old. There's one guy who's old. To your point, he's 25 years old, and I don't care what he looks like. Okay, I don't if he can play. I don't.
You got a point.
Okay, dude is a premier scorer.
He's still playing at a high level.
All right,
too.
explain to me. And I got to lean on you. You're an 11-year pro. When and I don't want to correlate AAU basketball, but I so respect Mike Danoff.
Yeah.
The late Mike Danoff, because he used to preach defense, and we would beat superior teams because we played defense. Defense is a choice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Now I get it. There's athleticism. Some guys are elite defenders. Why can't Luka Doncic play respectable defense?
That's very well said. And then I want to take that back. They're not old.
He's old. There's one old dude,
right? There's one old guy.
Yeah.
So you're actually correct. My bad on that, but. It's will, desire. It's prime example, man. Did I play defense in college? Yeah, a little bit. I think I was a shot blocker, but at the same time, I scored at the same time. When I got to the NBA, I had to figure out how do I stay on the floor, which is playing defense and rebounding. And when you get a chance to score, you get a chance
That's
to score.
how you made millions of dollars.
That's how I made millions of dollars. Yeah. Luka makes millions of dollars by scoring. When has he ever played defense?
Okay, but now he's being exposed, and he could be so much better if he plays defense.
Luka needs a big man because Luka's not playing defense.
Okay, but does Luka need someone to kick him in the ass, maybe LeBron James, and say, dude, you need to play defense?
Very well said. It has to come from LeBron James.
All right, JJ and I had this conversation again yesterday. Give me a superstar champion who is a great elite scorer like Luka is, and he's not a champion yet, who was a defensive liability. People compared him to Carmelo, who didn't play defense.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson didn't play a lot of defense. Who was the other one? Pete Maravich. I don't remember, but okay. So none of those guys win championships.
You got a point. And this is why, I'm just being straight right now. This is why you have pieces to help support. This is why Hayes wasn't in the game. This is why they went small, which actually killed them. I was stunned when I didn't see Hayes playing because he went a different direction with a different cat that I don't even know his name, that hasn't even played.
Maxie Cleaver.
Hasn't even played. How do you can't do something like that in the midst of a battle against a Wolves team that is dominating you on all cylinders. Yeah. And commanding and controlling the aspect of the whole game. You can't do that. That's where I think it hurt Luka a little bit because he didn't have any help in the back.
Yeah, I think it's a easy and not forward-thinking narrative to say that Luka Doncic can't be the centerpiece of a winning team, because I think of, like, you put Luka with, Draymond and Andre Iguodala. Could he not win a championship? So Steph Curry did. as just the ultimate offensive player.
Very well said.
But what Luka needs to do is just give more effort. He's not locking anyone down. That's exactly what you're saying. Like the effort, and that's just straight on him. But to be like, oh, now this trade is good. That's why you traded Luka. No, you build around him.
Yep. I mean, you got to keep in mind, we're talking about a slide, one slide or two more, and not give up so quick. Luka doesn't slide his feet.
All right. So, because JJ, I agree with you. He can be the centerpiece of a championship. I 100% agree. Steph Curry, isn't a great defender, but he's not a liability.
Exactly.
Okay. And that's what I'm saying. Luka has become a liability. You get him in a pick and roll, and you're going to abuse him.
Is it like too far?
Is it too far? What
for Luka?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Okay.
Is LeBron the level of player that could, wherever they're chilling in the summer, you're like, bro,
like, you get them on a banana boat somewhere in the Bahamas?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't going to be, Kyrie or anyone else that's really been with him. Like, could LeBron be like, dude, you just got to.
The difference between you being great. Yeah. How about, but I mean, the conversation.
We're not asking you to guard the best player in another team.
Keep in mind, you guys, this is where the late Kobe used to bring guys with him in the summer. If it's the Metas, or if it's the Lamar Odins, they used to hang out in the summer. Yeah. And then you see what a guy like Kobe does to where he's able to play at that high level.
So if LeBron's that dude, and JJ, you kind of hit it then. If LeBron is that dude, then isn't it incumbent upon him to get Luka wherever it is this summer and say, hey, so the difference between you being great and you being a champion is you becoming adequate defensively. And you tell me this, okay? And again, I didn't play in the NBA. You've got coaches who work on your shooting. You got coaches who work with you on ball handling. I've watched coaches at lower levels work on defense. Like, defense is a skill you can work on, is it not?
Oh, I totally agree. But the point you're missing is that these guys are grown men. And no, hold on. These guys are grown men, and they're making millions of dollars. So that player has to be receptive to being able to be taught.
Yes.
You know how much there's been so many times to where there's great players that I've played with that don't want anything to do with the coaching staff or to help them from that perspective.
Let me give you a word you just left out. A word that should be imperative here, because you said they're grown men and they're making millions of dollars. You know what else they are? Professionals. And to be a professional and to be the best that you can be, you should be a complete player. And again, nobody's saying be Michael Cooper.
Yeah.
Become adequate. Because, like JJ said, like you said, an effort. Like you can't be a liability. And what he's becoming, look, Luka's a great player. I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying trade him. I think the Lakers got the better end of the deal. Luka's 25 years old. He's got 15 years in front of him. All I'm saying is realize, wow, okay, there is a deficiency. Every day in your life, you're trying to get better, right?
Oh, yeah.
Every day in our broadcasting life, we're trying to get better. Whatever it is you do, as a professional, shouldn't you every day say, how can I get better? And the answer is, I don't have to take another 800 shots. I need to move my feet or get in shape or learn angles or figure out how to become a better defender. That's all I'm saying.
And I agree with you 100%. It comes down to desire. It comes down to pride. And it comes down to you have to want it.
But how about this? How about the ultimate carrot? I'm good. I'm a superstar. How do I become a champion?
Without a doubt. And I mean, obviously we can put the burden on LeBron, but at the same time, these kids, like you said, no, this is where it comes back to being professional. When you're making 50, 60 million a year, and a guy like me wish that I could have made half of that a year, you know what I mean? This is where that desire and commitment comes in. And this is your job, right? So you have until October to get yourself right. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, but everyone needs, a wake-up call.
Yeah.
Like, and if you're, Luka Doncic, you came in, he was champion overseas, comes in, takes over right away, just immediately picks up from Dirk Nowitzki, rolling. And now this year you've had a franchise that he was set, man. He was locked in. Like, he wasn't going anywhere. Trade you away. all you hear about is you're fat, you're out of shape, you don't play defense, you just got beaten 5 games. Like, it is a now or never moment for Luka. Like, dude, if LeBron, it takes LeBron sitting down too, like, so be it. Just be like, just give a little bit more effort.
And let me tell you guys something. I was bigger in college. When I came out in '99,
different body.
The knock on me was I was going to eat my way out of the NBA.
Yeah.
What did I do? I
You
took it
lost
upon
weight.
myself to hire my own personal trainer that cooked some of the most simplest things ever. And in the off season, he was with me on a
You were
consistent
doughy, dude.
basis.
You were.
But I was doughy, but I made a lot of money.
No, you balled. I'm not telling you we're bad.
And then next thing you know, I get to the point to where I'm at 6% body fat.
Is that right?
And I'm at like 240, and I'm running like a deer because I prepped before when I went down to San Antonio with the champions and worked out with them to where I learned a different way of training too as well because they're the champs. We try to do some of the stuff that they did with my trainer.
But it's such a really good illustration, right? Kenny, you were good, but you weren't elite scorer. Like, you were a really good player. He's elite, and I wonder sometimes, JJ, we hear about how things come easy to people, and so maybe they don't have that work ethic. You had to have that work ethic to last 11 years and make the money you did. He doesn't, or at least didn't, right? And is this his wake-up call? Because when things come easy, and I'm not saying easy, right? I'm not telling you he doesn't work, but he's gotten this far and made this much money. You know what he's up for? You know what his contract's up for? And he lost money. It would have been more. His next deal with the Lakers can be 4 years, $296 million.
Oh yeah, that's insane.
And they will offer it to him yesterday,
without a doubt,
right? And they should.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I'm gonna leave you with this.
Yeah.
When I was in Philly under Larry Brown, who I still talk to from time to time, he was gone. And then Chris Ford came in, who coached Larry Bird. You had Allen Iverson that quit on him the last 30 games. You had Glenn Robinson, I think, that got hurt. And then you had, I think it was Keith Van Horn or somebody else, I can't remember. Who was the man? I was the go-to guy. I was averaging 22 points and 13 rebounds the last 30 games. Go look it up.
Down the middle.
The numbers are close, but go look it up.
The numbers are close.
And then my first year with the Sixers under my big contract, I averaged a double-double.
Because you worked.
And I was in the top 10.
Because you
right?
worked.
So it goes to show, to a certain extent, if you get opportunities in the right situation with the right team, the right coach, and the right everything, which is what Luka has. And then now you're put on a stage, a bigger stage outside of Dallas. Now you're on that big, big stage with LeBron James and the Lakers. Hey, man, that's a lot of pressure. I can only imagine.
This is good, man. This was really, really good today. Kenny's back with us on Tuesday. We will be completely into the next round of the playoffs. So this was a good conversation.
Yeah, man, it was awesome.
I appreciate it.
I enjoy you guys. You kidding me?
No. Enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, got a great weekend, man. Hey, I got my basketball tournament going on starting today through Sunday with the City of Rio Rancho. Got about 10 gyms. Hey, if you want, come up there, check it out. I will be jumping from gym to gym, doing my thing.
Good. Say what's up to Kenny.
Yes, sir.
All right. How's your car looking? You're in it right now, and it's a mess. I know because, well, here comes bad weather this weekend. So Monday, get a hold of my friends at On the Spot Automotive Detailing, or maybe yet even do it now and make it for next week and have them come out and detail your vehicle. You spend a lot of time in it. Enjoy the time you spend in it. You're going to have that vehicle for a while. Second biggest investment. Maybe it's your biggest investment. Take care of it. Get it detailed. Detailing is what the auto dealers do. The day you took it off the lot, it was detailed. It felt brand new, looked brand new, smelled brand new. You can have that brand new feel without the brand new price. And they come to you at your convenience, where it works for you, when it works for you, how you want it. You take your car nowhere. You don't need a ride. You don't need to wait around. You're busy. They get it. They will detail your vehicle. Get that new car feel, that new car smell without that new car price. And it's a great gift. You got gifts coming up, graduation gifts, Mother's Day gifts. This is a great one. It wins every time. It's all online. Book, buy, get all your info. On the Spot Automotive Detailing is online. It's otsdetailing.com. otsdetailing.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Everguard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. Our law firm was founded by my father, Thibaut J. Chavez, with one goal: to get New Mexicans the help they need. That's why we built a different kind of law firm. We focus on family values, dedicated service, and we make a real contribution by giving back to our communities. We can't change what happened to you or your loved ones, but we can help you get back on the road to recovery. We're by your side, and we're still as local as red and green.
Hi.
With Kenny, hope you enjoyed that. JJ, I appreciate his perspective because I don't think Luka's by any. I don't want it to come across he's bad. I don't even know that I think he's lazy. I don't even know that I think he's out of shape. I don't give a damn what he looks like, dude. I know what Charles Barkley looked like when he played, and he was a hell of a player.
Yeah, this is one where everyone is saying it. The players are saying it. The people that follow the NBA closely, it's not just, oh, let's jump on and say it. There's a problem with Luka defensively. It's not, you can be a bad defender, all right, but the effort is not there for someone that's going to be the centerpiece of a team. And it doesn't mean he has to lock down someone else, but as you said, he can't be a liability. He just can't be a hole. Like, just stay in front long enough, and then you build around him. You can absolutely have a team that Luka Doncic is playing on it and get to and win a championship. Because where was he last year? He was in the NBA Finals last season. And people are acting like, oh, this is never going to work. It's Carmelo Anthony 2.0. He was just in the NBA Finals, yo. Like, with the team what was around him. They had length inside. Dudes played defense. He had two scores. It was Kyrie. It was Luka. The formula is there. So I just think it's kind of funny now all of a sudden the narrative's like, oh, he's just going to be one of those scorers that never gets anywhere. Those other guys, like Carmelo never got to the NBA Finals. Iverson did.
Once. Yeah. No, I'm with you. That's why I asked Kenny, you work on your ball handling, you work on your shooting, you work on your footwork. I know at lower levels, and I've never been in the NBA, but I know, when Jeff, you coach AAU, so what? Oh, right. And that's why I asked. But you work on defense. You work on defensive angles, footwork, philosophies, quickness, all right? Why at that level? I mean, that guy's obviously an athlete, dude. Right? He's obviously a world-class athlete, correct? Now, am I telling you he's as fast as some of these guys? I'm not saying he should go out and guard Anthony Edwards every night. He doesn't have to guard the other team's best player. But the difference between, I think, being a superstar and being a champion may be him becoming better defensively. And again, the answer isn't just, he doesn't have to be Michael Cooper. But if he becomes adequate, not a liability, everybody wins, dude. And if I'm JJ Redick, it's a conversation I'm having with him. And honestly, there's very few other people that can have that conversation with him, but LeBron James is probably one of them. Now, is it incumbent upon LeBron? Is it his job? I don't know that I think it is. I would think he will. Like Kenny just said, Kobe would and did. But, I mean, is it LeBron's responsibility to go to another?
It is.
It is? Okay.
But at some point in time, I get it. It's business. They're grown men. They're making money. You're on a team.
Yeah.
And you're not going to win if you're not
maximizing your talents
or pushing each other.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. 505-246-0610. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal.
Gentlemen, I myself have never played in that NBA as well, but being the focal point and the centerpiece of several intramural championships, I myself worked on all my weaknesses, right, and made sure I had a complete repertoire on the court. So I agree with you, Jeff. Now, I think one factor is, I know Luka just turned 26. He's an old 26. He's been a professional basketball player for 10 years plus, because he was a professional player at 15, 16 years old, playing against grown men.
Yeah, he was
in the European League. So, I'm not saying that's a major factor, but is he going to change? Yeah, just be functional defensively. Just be capable and functional.
Edward, you don't have to change. What about evolve? What about get better? What about grow? I mean, there's a difference between growing, evolving, and changing. Be who you are, but just be better. And that's part of being a player.
1,000%. I think his shot selection and could improve. By no means am I an aficionado, but I just see what I see. It's very interesting. There's two other thoughts I want to share briefly. Derby weekend is this weekend. I went to the Kentucky Derby 1 year because I crossed it off my living list. I don't call it a bucket list. I call it a living list because I'm still alive, thank the Lord. Yep. And you asked me, I remember on air, what are you wearing? And I wore a nice three-piece earth-tone suit, 2-inch lapels, dress of the nines. My next-door neighbor here in Albuquerque is from Cincinnati. When you fly to the Kentucky Derby, you fly into Cincinnati, and then you got to drive about an hour and change.
Or Louisville.
And he went, and he told me, Edward, we were in the infield, and it's essentially a mosh pit. It's like a NASCAR event inside the Kentucky Derby. If you're in grounds, he said they couldn't even see the track from where they were. But let me tell you guys, it is a long day. There's 14 races. Yep. And the feature race, which you see on television, is the 11th race of the day. Mint juleps are not a tasty libation. They're horrible.
Then don't drink.
The city... Go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't drink them. Drink what you like.
Yeah, the water is a choice. And by the way, the people are wonderful. The city's wonderful. And it is a great event that I would encourage anybody to attend just once. I'll never go again, but it was, just once. Last point, I'm at a bar last night. We're watching the NBA. And you mentioned this earlier this week. I like that they're playing defense, and because some people say, well, they don't play any defense. So the guy sitting next to me was in our age demographic, Jeff, and I said, hey, have you ever gone back and looked at old NBA finals? And he's like, no. And I said, they didn't play any defense. So we Googled the 1985 NBA finals. He was stunned. Right, Jeff, I'm not embellishing. Magic would come down, other guys would come down. There wasn't anybody within 10 feet of them, right? They would stand there about 20 feet from the basket. No one, and it was a different game, right? They would pound the ball inside. But he's like, I've never gone back and watched. He goes, I'm going to go home and watch all these videos. And the game evolves, and in their era, they were amazing. But they played no defense, and nobody could shoot outside of Bird and a couple of other guys. But go back and Google it. I would encourage any of your listeners, go back and watch those old videos, and you'd be surprised. But have a great weekend, guys. Thank you for letting me share a few thoughts.
All right, you got your Derby picks, by the way? I'm working on it. I like the favorite. I do. I like journalism.
I got freeze-dried Skittle.
Ooh, yeah, that's
whiskey
good.
For breakfast.
Whiskey for breakfast.
And there's a snake in my boots.
Always good. Snake in my boots. What about goat head in my socks?
Trifecta.
Goat head in my socks? Go ahead in your ears.
Snake in the boots. So I'm going.
I'm going goat head in my socks. Journalism is your favorite. Journalism won 4 straight races. Early trouble in the Santa Anita Derby.
I thought journalism was dead.
Well, it depends who you listen to. I mean, it could just you should change it to fake news if you prefer. This is the top pick. Journalism. I'll tell you what I like. There's 4 horses I like. Journalism is one of them. 505-246-0610. The sports animal will be out at Sawmill Market for the Kentucky Derby tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you out there. Come on by, dress up, don't dress up, however you want. Eat specials, drink specials, and people be hanging out and enjoying the ponies. It is Derby Day tomorrow, and the sports animal will be out at Sawmill Market. Wrap it up. Everything you got to know as you go into your weekend. It's still time for you to get in at 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive. He's J.J. Buck. I am merely Jeff Symbieta on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges.
You know, it's a little change. Everybody needs a little change now and then. All right, we're getting into the weekend. Derby Day tomorrow.
Got some breaking news in the National Basketball Association.
What do you got?
Greg Popovich will no longer be the head coach of the San Antonio Spurs, and he's transitioning full-time to team president.
Any leads on who the new head coach of the San Antonio Spurs might be?
Definitely have some options.
I guess James Borrego's name is going to be right near the top of that list, is it not? The Albuquerque Academy graduate, the former head coach of the Charlotte Hornets and longtime assistant there, right? Whose name was up and
I have to feel he's going to be a very strong candidate for that position.
Yeah, who, the way we understand it, was offered the Lobel basketball job, or at least was a top contender for that. All right, well, that's big.
James Borrego, Becky Hammond. I think we'll get a legit interview from Pop.
I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. It's interesting. All right. What do you got to know? What are people talking about as you go through your day? Clippers beat the Nuggets last night. Game 7 of that series will be in Colorado tomorrow. Knicks beat the Pistons last night. They finished that series off. Knicks and Celtics will move on to the next round. Tonight, Houston, Golden State in San Francisco. Warriors are up 3-2, and they're trying to finish off that number 2 seed, pull off the 7-2 upset in the West. Golf, Bryson DeChambeau is in the lead at Live Golf in South Korea. He's tied with Taylor Gooch. Scotty Scheffler's in the lead at the Byron Nelson of the PGA. Hockey. Professional hockey is coming back to New Mexico. The East Coast Hockey League announced something that's been in the works for a long, long time today, that New Mexico, based in Rio Rancho, will be the newest addition to the East Coast Hockey League. The New Mexico Hockey Club, we believe they should be called the New Mexico Goat Heads, will start playing the 26-27 season at the Rio Rancho Event Center out in beautiful Rio Rancho, New Mexico. So pro hockey's coming back, which is a big deal. All right, Derby tomorrow. JJ, I like journalism. This is one of those favorites. Everything I read at 3-1. I like journalism to win. My next pick is I like Grande at 20-1, and I like Tistastic at 20-1. So I got the 8, 10, 14. Journalism, Grande, Tistastic. That's where I'm going on this. You're going goat heads, rainbows and Skittles, and goat heads in your socks?
Yeah, I'll lock it in. Whatever you got, let's lock it in.
That's where I'm going. I guess I should save this. Huh? Save that first, because otherwise I won't remember what the hell I did. All right, big weekend. You got Game 7s. If you are a Denver sports fan, boy, what do you do tomorrow night? You sit there with your favorite people and your favorite eats and drinks. You split screen.
I sit there. I don't want anyone around me tomorrow night.
Is that right? You don't want your kid around you?
Oh,
You don't want your kid to have to experience what if you win both Game 7? Like, I understand if you lose both Game 7s, so what if you win them both, though? Wouldn't you want to experience that with your kid?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
He's at the age where he's in it now. He's doing other stuff. So
He's into it a little bit?
A little bit.
That's about where my kid got into it. It's kind of cool. It's like, yeah, this is really...
He was mimicking Jalen Brunson last night after he made the three.
Pretty good mimic.
I'm like, well, he's just like, he's kissing his 3 fingers in the air.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, starting early.
It's a pretty good mimic. Addie had to explain her fandom to her little friends in Michigan. Like, well, you're from New Mexico. Like, I mean, what? She gets, well, why are you from New Mexico?
Why am I from New Mexico?
She's got that one. Like, what kind
I
of,
was born?
What kind of stupid ass question is that? It's like, well, what are your teams? And she's like, Rams and Dodgers and Kings. And she's like, I'm kind of NBA agnostic right now because she's not a LeBron fan either. She's like, I guess they're like, well, isn't Arizona closer? Why don't you like them? Look, man, get off my ass, first of all. And my dad's cool, and I like my dad's teams. It's kind of good that, my daughter grew up being a fan of my teams. I told her, is it wrong? Like, you can bring home Piston fan, or you can, but don't bring home a Niner or a Giants fan. And this boy she went to the dance with is a Giants fan. Not a Niners fan, but he's a San Francisco Giants fan. Is that a problem? Does it feel like that commercial? The kid walks up, the North Carolina parents, and the kid walks up in his Duke shirt.
Like, this ain't gonna work out.
Yeah, it's good to know in advance. Yeah. But she's like she has to explain her fandom. I told her that you're in Michigan, literally at the best time ever to be a Detroit sports fan. Like, they have been horrible forever, except for the Red Wings. Now the Red Wings are bad, but the Tigers are absolutely legit. The Lions are absolutely legit, and the Pistons are really nice. And the Wolverines won a national championship a year ago. I mean, it's a pretty good time. Thanks to Kenny Thomas. He was with us today. Former Lobo great, as was Ben Gasparich, the head PGA professional with the San Diego Golf Club. The Herd with Colin Coward is next. The Jim Rome show's after that. 2 Men On comes in at 4, and then Isotopes in Salt Lake follows that. Tomorrow, The Sports Animal will be out at Sawmill for the Kentucky Derby. Looking forward to seeing you out there. Our show will return with award-winning radio on Monday starting at 7 a.m. Adrian, great week on the visuals. Have a great weekend. He is JJ Buck. I am Jeff Symbieta. Big weekend for you, huh?
Huge.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. Have a great, safe weekend. We'll smell you on Monday.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.